Easy, good horse. Easy, good horse. Oof. I should go back. Go! Easy. Nice and slow. Good horse.
What? Shouldn't be hanging around, friend.
And I've learned quite a bit already.
Oh, that's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms and not just the tools of their trade. These days, we need to rely on ourselves. The lords won't protect us.
That sort of talk is dangerous. The tournament's supposed to be a celebration of the city, and all that fencing is just a bit of fun. That's all.
You're always
men's
welcome here, noble
opinions.
sir.
I'll just keep quiet.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry.
I hear there was a murder here recently. Some young girl?
True. She's lying in the morgue.
Another? Why would anybody come to look at her?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to have a gawk. So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her. No thumb for a souvenir.
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm worried something might happen to my friend.
That's true. She wasn't the first, and we can only pray that she'll be the last. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here.
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you.
That's worth a try. Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle, though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk, but Lumiere, he was quite helpful.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere.
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
Are you going to the market tomorrow?
I'd like to learn something new.
But before we get started, this is not going to be for free.
I understand.
Great. So what are you interested in?
Tell me how to be as quiet as, a ghost.
I've been doing this for years. But I haven't heard one either. Well, the main thing is to watch where you're stepping. All right then. Let me teach you a few things. Let's get started.
I'd like to learn something new.
But before we get started...
I understand.
Great.
I'd like to learn something about your craft.
Grave digging is not for everyone. And of course, digging a grave requires some considerable strength. All right then.
That city tournament. What an occasion, eh? Will you go?
Aye. I reckon I'll have a look first, and maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Fechthalle, and I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The town needs strong.
God be with you, my friend.
Greetings to you, friend. God be with you.
And with you. Good day to you. Until we meet again.
Are you Barbara?
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. Why'd you ask?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Oh, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant.
How did Alice get along with you?
Fine. Our master is a bit strict.
What's his name?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. And besides, why would he kill them others too?
I heard about that.
Well, if you're interested, maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone,
I'd like to talk to him as well.
but I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely.
And you never saw him?
No, never.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day, she just didn't come home.
What do you mean, like...
You haven't seen her yet, have you?
I haven't.
Then don't. It's a horrible thing to see. She was such a pretty girl. It didn't even leave that untouched.
What do you mean?
Who could have cut off her hair like that?
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now. So, let's see what we have here. My God! Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue. Or... These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? And her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair up? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all.
Sorry.
The killer probably surprised her. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send him, only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something. I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine. Beautiful. What a view!
It happened. Just watch where you're going next time.
Oh, you pooch.
Leave that lock alone. He's the one! Him!
Well, what'll it be?
Do something about it!
I surrender!
Now I'll show you. Tried to pick that lock, eh?
How dare you accuse me like that? Do you have any idea who I am?
Oh, I apologize, my lord.
It happened. Just watch where you're going next time.
My humble respects. Excuse me.
Fuck! That dog wants to eat me! Oh, here! My God!
My respects.
Good people, spare a groschen. Spare a few coins. God will repay you.
I apologize. You silly doggy.
Careful.
Me?
Who else would I be talking to?
I can't believe this is just
What
lying
is it?
around.
Show me your pockets.
Why?
Because I said so.
What have I done wrong?
We have to search anyone suspicious.
And why exactly am I suspicious?
Shut up and show me your pockets. Well, well. That's a nice ring you've got there. Is it yours?
Yes.
Not anymore, it isn't.
What?
If you don't want to end up behind bars for disobeying the king's orders, you'll shut up and move along.
Fucking bastard.
I heard that!
Excuse me.
Halt! I'm talking to you!
Good. The town needs Strong, brave men who can take up arms, and not just the tools of their trade. These days, we need to rely on ourselves. The Lord's will protect
Looky
us.
here! I reckon I'll take that. Halt! Don't move a muscle. I have to search you.
Hey, you! You match the faction.
Yoink!
Supposed to be taken.
Do I look like the kind of woman who'd cut her old man's prick off with a meat cleaver?
How did you know that?
Because that's all everyone's been talking about all day.
Ah, right. So, was it you or not?
If it was, I wouldn't be parading myself in front of the guards, would I?
Well, I'll still have to search you.
Lay a finger on me and I'll cut your dick off.
Oh. All right then. Carry on.
Oh, please. Good people, help out. Poor woman.
Lumiere?
Oh, Christ, my head.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud.
That's some hangover. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion. This should sober him up. Here. Drink up. Better?
What? Who? What are you doing here?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl.
To me?
Are you Lumiere from the Rat House?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the Madman.
They say that about you.
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it?
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end? No way. You can't solve this yourself.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? I searched high and low. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Because I'm stubborn, and I don't have any other choice. I'll get to the truth, no matter what.
You think that will suffice?
If not, I'd have been dead long ago. Bled out from a human arrow.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid, too. As were most of the other victims.
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade.
Did you notice the strangulation right away?
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person...
This is the 6th one.
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months. Sometimes weeks. But I'm included.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, but then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole in the hole.
Yeah, he still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiffs one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful, and brunette.
Good. I know everything I need to know.
When you learn something more, stop by and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
You're always welcome here.
Spare a coin. Alms for a poor wretch.
Father?
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant, and left her body lying by the city walls.
Another one murdered. Why is it you ask?
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable. What would you like to hear?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that. What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, son. When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. I won't tell you anything.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in Scripture, speak up for those who have no voice?
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how...
It turned out he was deranged. He's finished in Kuttenberg.
I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
Here, Mutt! Here, Mutt!
Lucky me. I could use this.
Here, Mutt!
You'll never believe what happened to me today.
Look what I have for you.
Some rich woman gave me a whole silver groschen.
Look what I have for you.
A whole groschen. I'll be eating a slap-up meal tonight and still have something left for tomorrow.
Where did she go? Maybe I'll find her and she'll give me one too.
Oh, she didn't look local. I reckon she's long gone by now.
At your service, sir.
Netter Wauwau, lieber Hund.
Look what I have for you.
Here, Mutt!
another chance. If he's dead, then so be it. But if he ran away, bloody bastard. And I never want to see him again.
Aye, come here.
You're always welcome here.
Here you go. Take it. Here, Mutt. Look what I have for you.
Does your wife really starve you that much? She doesn't seem such a shrew to me.
Word about the price.
Was soll?
What would you say to this?
That's too much. Sehr gut. I can agree to that. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
This could come in handy. What's going on? Put that thing away.
There's nothing
What?
going on here. Well, well. I can't believe this is just lying around. It's mine now.
Well, seems like this was a waste of time.
Welcome here, noble sir.
Coming right up. It's filthy again. Damn it.
Good day to you.
There. It looks better already.
Show me your weapon. Let's talk about the prop.
Well, I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Taking their time again.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. Praise the Lord.
God bless you.
What are you here for, friend?
Did a Stanya work here?
Stanya, it depends.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. What kind of get...
A bad guest.
So that means you're just going, I don't tell nothing?
So pour me something then.
Something. That'll be beer then. See now, fella.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more.
I heard she disappeared without a trace.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was...
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer.
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink.
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
I'm getting tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, and that's all you'll get. Now you're gonna spill it.
All right.
Did anybody see what actually happened?
No, it was at night. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour.
What was Stanya like?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but...
Someone from the city?
No. A charcoal burner. I think his name was... Barton?
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he...
You think he might have been the one?
Now that you mention it, he cleared out... I know he met with some odd people. Besides, you know what minstrels are like.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open.
Blood?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
Are you kidding? Stop that! Yeah, real funny.
You won't come... Excuse me.
Are you Sternad?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke.
Well then piss off. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Why so rash? Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdena.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is.
Where can I find Zdena?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. She had some unfinished business with...
What can you tell me about Stena?
What do you want to hear?
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more?
Who come to see that bitch?
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. He said he had some job for her, but he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav. But that reminds me, I saw her a couple of times with another bastard.
And could she have run away with this bard?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miner's tab.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before. And he had some job for her somewhere. But she weren't stupid.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that'd knock some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him.
And could she have changed her mind and...
No, no. She took off.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
I'm sorry.
Quick! 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 Quick!
I need to ask you something.
I don't have time for that. I'll...
My humble respects.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella.
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that.
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town.
That's true. She told me something like that.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know...
Lumir himself, the Kuttenberg bailiff's former scribe, gave me the task.
Well, I don't know. I remember Lumir. He was all right. That's all true.
But what?
You seem like the right man for a job like that. Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye. She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. But be nice to her. She's in a bad way. Till we meet again.
Who are you? How did you find me? If you came here to finish what you started, I'm not afraid of you. I'll claw your eyes out.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house? He sent you.
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
He disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word.
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid. I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck. And he was terribly strong.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. But I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran.
And your lover?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher and was all bloody. He's been hiding me here since then.
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Ah. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye. Always the same way. The shortest one.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did. But I often had to grit my teeth.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks. Rich or poor, people... Well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it. And sometimes we have to be tough, especially in a place like the hole. But you can't overdo it either.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen. You have to keep a balance.
You said that rich or poor...
Truth be told, the hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man. But young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Is that so?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back. But beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around, but that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Grolla had a servant with him?
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a mean face. He never said a word or smiled, or even said thank you.
Why didn't you go back to the hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there. Not until they catch him.
How are you now?
I'm still awful scared, and I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker?
I don't know anything.
And what about when you hit him?
He let me go.
Aha, and what...
He said Scheisse in German.
Seems you're the only one. I know it isn't easy for you to think about. Or when you were running away.
I don't know.
You were walking down the street.
No.
You didn't see anything or hear anything.
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty, but when I looked, there was nobody there.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices.
It's difficult, I understand. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all. And then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, no. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed. Just for a moment, but I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner or swordsman.
I heard William liked pretending to be a...
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. Though I reckon he's more likely to attract an arse-kicking than a woman.
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper then?
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
Well, he's pretty old.
I don't know him. And if he's an old man...
I reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to help you more.
You don't need to apologise.
Thank you. Could I ask you for a favour?
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please let me know?
I'll stop by if I can.
God bless you, sir. Can I ask, what are you poking around that door for, eh? Hey! What are you doing here?
Thank you, Stanya. That's enough.
God bless you, sir.
Quick! God! 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 Go! God! Go! God! Quick! 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 Go! Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Nice one. Interesting. Nice one.
Greetings, sir.
God be with you.
And with you.
Lord be with you.
Are you Pine?
I am.
I'm looking for his dinner.
I don't know any Stenner.
Stonard.
You're a friend of Stonard's, are you?
God forbid. That's all I need. A friend like that bastard. But he was the only one who really knew Stenner.
You're right there. Stenner was always cursing him. He was as lazy as a pig, but always wanted his share.
So you knew Stenner? Can you tell me anything about her?
I know Stenner all right, but she ain't been here in some time. Why are you looking for her? What do you want from her?
I'm looking for a... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere. And you're the last person to see her before she went missing.
Whatever.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul. No rubbish. Mostly jewelry, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried it all.
And what about that signet ring? Do you still have it?
She didn't sell me the ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck someday.
What can you tell me about Stenner?
She always had it hard. She lost her parents and her home as a child. She had to learn to take care of herself.
And what about Sternad? How does he fit into this?
Sternard was her guardian angel, as she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him...
Uh-huh. I'm surprised she stuck with him as long as...
That's why she'd come to me with her loot. And the last time she was here, she said one more haul like this, and she'd be able to go wherever she wanted.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant?
No. I didn't recognize that signet.
Where did she go next from here?
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her.
Someone followed her on a horse from Kuttenberg?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride.
And did you see him?
No. She even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way. Through the woods. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise fast.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning, they could have waited for her at the fort.
Fuck! I made a point of looking, but I didn't see any riders that...
Is Denner's scarf?
Aye. I wanted to...
Will you give it to me?
All the same to me. Here you go.
Well, I'll go and check out that fort.
I hope you don't. Take care.
Poor thing. She didn't get very far. Ugh. She's been lying here a long time. At first glance, this body isn't as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her, but her head is smashed in. She must have put up a fight. Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. The rips are odd. Oh, I can't make much out by now. Did the murderer torture her? Oh, my God. How did it get inside her? Was she trying to hide it? Well, that's enough. I'd say she put up a decent fight, and that's about all I can find out. But that ring is a good lead.